He has the trump to flip classes and make machines learn. Vikalp Jain is specialist software professional and entrepreneur with keen interest in technology and innovation. Prior to co-founding Acad Guild, worked as a CTO at FlipClass, where he was leading the development of next-generation learning tools. Founder of India's most loved social movie rating site, Mozbo. Mozbo used to determine sentiment analysis for Bollywood movie tweets and presents an unbiased rating. Vikalp Jain graduated from IIT Bombay and his areas of specialization include technology, especially e-commerce, natural language processing and machine learning. Let's put our hands together to welcome Mr. Vikalp Jain.
Good afternoon, everyone. So now that I think Mr. Sam has done a wonderful job of waking everyone up, I think it's up to me to put you guys back to sleep. Right. So, again, good evening. I represent a company by name Acad Guild, which is a startup in the area of technology education. And we have a very narrow focus in terms of technology skill development. Over the next 10 to 15 minutes, I'm going to talk about how and why we started Acad Guild, our journey so far, and what are the lessons we have learned. And my hope is, just like I have learned so much today, interacting and listening to other speakers, you will find it useful too. So in this digital age, progress and wealth of a nation will be determined by education and skills of its citizens. This new age of rapid advancements in technology has pushed education into a new paradigm of lifelong learning just to stay relevant. Now, gone are those days when education meant that you can just go to college, earn one degree, get a job, and forget about learning for lifelong. It doesn't work that way anymore, right? Now, empowering youth with cutting-edge technology skills. Right? Now, India has 800 million people under the age of 35. Now, if our dream of great and progressive India has to come true, these 800 million people should gain critical knowledge and skills to help transform our nation. Training tens of millions of people in a cost-effective way will require massive deployment of technology and massive growth of online education. Technology skills is the key to digital empowerment. Everybody has been talking about digital empowerment today, right? A lot of speakers have mentioned digital empowerment. Now, technology plays a very, very big role there. Software programming in particular is at the center of digital transformation today. Software has become the new invisible force which is driving structural transformation of businesses, industries, and governments worldwide. This march to global transformation has unleashed a great demand for software professional specialists. Based on a recent study, software programming is the fastest growing professional all over the world. Businesses today are struggling to hire software programmers who are equipped with the right skill. Again, the key word here is the right skill. As the speakers before me mentioned, there are millions of graduates coming out every year, right? And almost 30 to 40% of them are unemployed. A lot of them are employed into low-skill jobs. So the key here is the right skill. Businesses are looking for skills which a lot of our institutes are not teaching. And these skills need to be constantly updated nowadays as per the industry trends and practices. What was relevant yesterday is outdated today. Technologies are constantly evolving. New tools are replacing the old ones every second day. What was learned during computer science degree in a college becomes obsolete within a couple of years of job. Additional courses, certifications, skills are required by working professionals to stay abreast, to enhance their skills and advance in their careers. As quoted, teaching in the internet age means teaching tomorrow's skills today. Now, how do we fill this gap? Right? There's a wide gap between what is needed in the industry and what is being taught. So MOOCs came along, right? MOOCs, as we all know, stand for Massively Open Online Courses. The MOOCs came, they made an attempt to fill this gap. Even though the concept of online education was around, it's been around since the beginning of this century, it took off in a really big way towards the beginning of this decade, when few of these MOOCs came along and launched, thousands of courses. And the numbers are very, very impressive. Almost 15 million people enrolled for those courses. But guess what? Less than 10% of those people actually finished the courses, and even lesser actually cleared or passed with any kind of certification. So what it shows, what does it prove? There is a demand. 15 million people enrolled, right? There is a demand. People want to learn. But only 10% people were able to finish. So there is something wrong, right? People are not being engaged there. So that's where we realized an opportunity and came along. We looked at a lot of studies about what is going wrong with the MOOCs. And what we figured, one of the main reasons MOOCs have this high rate of disengagement or high rate of dropout is they fail to engage the students. Their format of delivering content through video is the single biggest reason for the poor engagement. Offering videos to learn, even by top professors and top universities. Some of those MOOCs are, if you see, have participation from MIT and Stanford and Harvard, right? So it's not the quality of the content, it's the pedagogy which matters. We still believe in individual attention. We strongly believe in traditional approach of learning with human intervention, yet in a modern and technologically advanced virtual classrooms, shattering constraints of time and geographical boundaries. We also believe students are well trained when they learn straight from the experts. Our programs are solely mentor-driven, providing constant interaction with the mentor who is an expert in that field what you are learning. We provide guidance at every step, from understanding of concepts, working on real-life projects, to interview preparation. These mentors are carefully picked from the industry with at least 5 years of industry experience. I would like to share the simple data point. Over the last 1.5 years of our existence, more than 90% of our students have finished our courses, have taken the last project, completed the project, which is in complete contrast to what MOOCs have achieved, right? 90% dropouts versus 90% course completion. And we believe that has been possible because of human intervention, learning from mentor rather than videos, and a couple of other things I'll go through. Unlike MOOCs, we also provide education in a very, very small batches. Every batch is only about 5 to 10 students. This ensures there is a focus on individual learner. Every learner is getting adequate amount of time from the expert. Our live online classes are held twice a week in a 12-week flipped class manner. This allows teachers to spend less time in lecturing and more time in answering difficulties students face over assignments and while doing projects outside of the classroom. Think about it. Less time lecturing also means more time in identifying the weaknesses of the individual learner. And when they identify these weaknesses, they can focus on those things, right? If a person is facing a problem in writing a particular piece of code, an instructor can focus on that individual's weakness instead of providing a one-size-fits-all approach. According to Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, students learn best when education is targeted at their needs and goals, and when they receive real-time feedback. Now, key here is real-time feedback. If I have done something wrong today and somebody is going to come and tell me after a week or maybe a few days, it's not good enough. I want feedback right when I am committing a mistake. Online education programs provide learning experiences that are more tailored to individual student and foster an interactive, collaborative learning environment. In this setting, all students can be seen and heard, thereby removing the concept of backbench. There are no backbench in online. Everybody is at front seat. Right. So, and this feedback works both ways. Not only students, even the mentors and our program, we are getting constant feedback from the students. And this feedback enables us to change the format of our courses, to change the content of our course, to change maybe duration of our this thing in real time. Like if we get a feedback today, we are able to change the course content in about a week's time, something which is very, very difficult to do in a brick and mortar setting. Right? So I'm just going to skip a few things. In online, as I said, in online virtual classrooms, every student can have a front row seat, increasing the opportunities for participation and engagement. The convenience of lower tuition fee resulting from infrastructure saving will make education affordable to millions more. Instead of educating only few, online education and higher education will finally reach many, many more. It will reshape and re-enhance skills of the workforce throughout their career and bring us closer to our dream of ushering 800 million youth in the information age. I'm not sure how many of you have read a book by Harvard Professor Clayton Christensen, but there's a very famous and very nice book to read called Innovator's Dilemma, and where he says, very kind of describes how new technologies gradually sneak up on established paradigms and disrupt well-established players. Higher education worldwide is on the verge of such a disruption now. In the last 100 years, technology has transformed almost every aspect of our life. We have gone from a Model T to Tesla, but our approach towards education has stayed frozen in time. Just like smartphones have changed the rules of computer industry and are making personal computers obsolete, online education in not too distant future will obsolete our approach towards education as it exists today. So a revolution is not very far, and we are all part of it. Thank you very much.